everybody, this is Leslie from GoToKitchens.com, and we are back in the kitchen today, and we are talking about the dreaded snack attack. Dun, 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 dun. It's the snack attack. Happens to all of us. Help yourself. You can't help yourself. It's the middle of the day. You've already had breakfast. Hi there. You've already had breakfast. You've already had lunch. And dang, you want something to eat. And it's like 2 hours from dinner. And so you have to snack, right? When you got a snack, you got a snack. And so today we're going to talk about healthy snacking. I know, right? Made you totally hungry. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. No, you're not supposed to dread snacks, but I think a lot of us do dread snacking because it's like, oh man, I'm starving. And you go and you stand in front of your pantry and you do this, or your refrigerator, and you're like, there's nothing to eat here. Like you have a whole refrigerator, a whole pantry stocked full of stuff, and you will stand there at snack time thinking, I don't have anything to eat there. So today I'm gonna help you identify, it's Kitchen Hacks Week, and I'm gonna help you identify what is a good snack. Popcorn. It's actually on the list, Dad. Hi, Dad. It's good to see you. Everybody, Gary McGall right there is my dad, if you didn't know that already. So we're going to talk about snacking today, and I'm excited to cover this topic because it has been a challenge for me throughout my entire journey to learn how to, to learn how to eat well. So I can have popcorn. What? Mary's like, popcorn? Hey there, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website, GoToKitchens.com. There is nothing for sale over at GoToKitchens.com. And I'm not trying to sell you a thing. The only thing that I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your health. Every time you see hashtag light bulb come up, that is because I am doing a health and wellness scope, and I consider myself a light bulb expert. I do that because I am a 3-year cancer survivor, and I have been passionately seeking light bulb moments ever since that cancer journey began. And so I'm cancer-free now, doing great, everything is good, but I wanted to have, after I had one huge light bulb moment that changed so many things in my life, I wanted to keep having them, and so I sought them out in health, and so now I'm here to share them back out to you. So I consider myself a light bulb expert, helping you have light bulb moments in your health. Phew. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, right up here in the corner, there's a little box that says follow this broadcast live. If you click that, it says something like that. It says something about following something. I don't know, I can't ever remember, but if you click that, you will get notifications when I am live here on Facebook. If you are on Periscope, right down here in the corner, there is a little ball-headed guy. You can actually, a little guy right down there in the corner. If you tap him on his little head, you can do 3-4 things over there. One thing you can do is you can follow me if you're not following me. The other thing you can do is that you can share out with your followers. You can do that in replay, and you can do that right here live in this broadcast. You can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, and you can share it here with your Periscope followers. It doesn't matter if you have no followers or 1 follower, it doesn't matter. Share it out. Share the love. And then the other thing that you can do is that in replay and here live on Periscope, you can tap the little screen anywhere on the screen. You can like tap me right on my nose. Tap, 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 tap right on my nose, and it sends up some hearts. So share it all over. That's right. So, and then one bit of news for you guys. If I could, I would jump up and click my heels together right now, because if you did not see my broadcast yesterday, I actually have been accepted to have a live show on Parachute TV, which is right here on Periscope. For you guys on Facebook, you have to go over to Periscope. You have to look up Parachute TV 1. Parachute TV 1. Follow that station, and on Mondays at 1 p.m., they do spectacular broadcasting throughout the entire week, but on Mondays at 1 p.m., I'm going to have a regular show there starting on March 7th. So excited about that. All right, so thank you guys for sharing out. Thank you so much, all the replay viewers. Let's get down to the snack attack business, because that seemed like a lot. Hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here, Dr. Nikki. I know, Parachute TV 1. That's right. Thank you, Marcy, for putting that in there. On Periscope, follow them, then show up at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Monday the 7th, and I will be there. And the show is called Flip the Switch. So I struggle big time with snacking. I have been snacking my entire life, like between meals. I have been overweight. I have been over 200 pounds in my life before. And I have to tell you, it wasn't the meals that I was eating. It was what I was eating between my meals. And I was not a good snacker. And it's still a struggle for me. In my 20s, I was well over 200 pounds, between like 210, 220 I think 220 was the heaviest I'd ever been. Yes, I had gained a lot of weight. And so I'm holding the snack. This is not what we're talking about today. This is an example I'm going to use of how to waste your money. I'm just holding it like this. And so, putting it down now. I've still struggled with snacking. I struggle with my weight still to this day. Even though I eat healthy, it is something I am going to struggle with for the rest of my life, and that's fine. I understand the struggle now, and I know how to prevent myself from getting out of control. So, snacking. Snacking is you too, right? And so I don't judge myself for it. It's just something that has happened, and I am, it's in my genes. And so I struggle with it, and it's totally fine. And I try to keep below a certain amount. And if I start creeping up to that certain amount, I start, working on it. But it's really easy. Excuse me. I can look at food and gain weight. So, right? Snacking is worse at night. Like when you sit down to watch TV, you want a snack, right? That's what we do. We detox in front of the TV, which is crazy, but it's true. Because I read so much during the day and I spend so much time focused on what I'm doing with Go-To Kitchens. I have to get out of Go-To Kitchens brain and get into just hanging out with my husband brain. And so we typically do that watching House Hunters or something like that. And so I like to snack in front of the TV, but what do you do about that? So, hey, it's good to see you, Sonia. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks today. And the first thing I'm going to show you, I love that. That's awesome. I love that you have a plan of action. A plan of action is so awesome. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the trail mix that I'm going to show you how to make. And I'm going to do it at the beginning of the broadcast. That way replay viewers don't have to stay for the whole conversation after. But what I want to point out to you is this. We were recently on a trip. Actually, it wasn't recently. It was like in November at Thanksgiving. And I don't know why I still have this, but I do. Need a plan of action. That's right. Saw Blue Seal. So we were on a trip to Tucson. I think I've been saving it just for this broadcast. We were on a trip to Tucson and I needed a snack. We had been so busy in the morning and I'd never had a chance to get a snack. And my brother-in-law, Gary, who is here sometimes as well, we were both starving our brains out and it was too close to lunch to eat to eat something like breakfast or something like that. So we were starving. He and I were both starving. We were driving Robin nuts. And so we stopped at a CVS, like a drugstore type thing. And I ended up buying this snack right here. And this is about the healthiest thing I can find. It's not organic or anything like that, but it's almond berry pistachio. Maybe I can throw it away after this. And it says premium trail mix, and it has almonds, pistachios, cherries, and cranberries in it. It was actually quite delicious. And then it got stuck in the back of my cupboard and I never ate any more of it. And I didn't finish it on the trip either. So this is what I bought. Now this is not what we're talking about as far as the type of snack to eat, but I'm using this as an example. This is an example of how much money I'm going to save you, because a lot of you, when I tell you what kind of nuts are in this trail mix, you're going to be like, that's expensive. No, it's not, because this right here, and I'll never forget, cost me $8. This little package, this 9-ounce package of trail mix cost me $8. And it's not even organic. And I know, right? And I did not, I know. And I did not, I didn't even eat it all. And so that's just like $8, down the drain right there for me. But it wasn't that good. And it didn't even have the things that I wanted in it. And so I want to talk to you about trail mix as a snack alternative, because it is super, super great for you. There's so many awesome things that you can put into a trail mix that will make your snacking habits turn on a dime. It will keep you full. It will keep you satisfied. You can do salty trail mixes. You can do sweet trail mixes. You can do all types of combinations. I'm going to show you one today that I did with my friend Mark Camp on Facebook. he taught me how to make this trail mix. I have a little bit different version than he does, but he travels a lot. And so because he travels so much, he needed something that he could carry with him as a snack. So you're not snacking out of the airport, right? So he decided to come up with his own trail mix. And he had specific things that he had in his trail mix for specific reasons, and I loved that. And so we're gonna make that right now. I'm gonna show you how to make it. We're gonna turn the cameras and we're gonna do that right now. I know airport food is outrageous. It's totally outrageous. All right, so here we go. See, there's the bowl. Everybody's got the bowl. See, all you need is a big stainless bowl like this. And we are gonna put some yummy, yummy, delicious things. Now this is, this is a trail mix that is sweeter. It doesn't have any sodium in it. So this is gonna be the sweeter side of things, which is actually what I prefer, because if I don't have sweet snacks, then I'm in trouble. I'm a sweet person. I'm not a salty person as far as snacking is concerned. You may be a salty person, and I'm going to show you those things as well. Look, it's just like all you can see is my mouth. So we're going to actually turn, I can't turn it anymore. So that's, you're just going to have to, ooh, that's loud. Ring the bell, win a prize. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I have here. These are organic chopped dates with a little bit of oat flour. You can buy dates without oat flour, but this has a little bit, I know, right? This has a little bit of oat flour, so these are going to be gluten. These are going to have gluten in them. I am not gluten-free, but you can find them without. The reason they put oat flour on them, sometimes you can find them in arrowroot starch, is so that they don't get all stuck together. So they just lightly dust them. And so this is what we're going to start out with, and this is dates. Dates are amazing for you. They have amazing healing properties in the body. They are full of nutrition, and they're great little sweet substitute in your trail mix. I use dates a lot for a natural sweetener as well, and so same principles in my trail mix. So we're going to put about 3/4 of a cup, and again, this is no specific measurements. This is just how I eat it. So this is how I eat it. Yeah, some oats, are oats gluten-free? Maybe I misspoke there. I can't ever remember if oats are gluten-free or not, so maybe they are. Yes, thank you, Lucille. Yeah, I couldn't remember, so I just said no just to be on the safe side. Okay, thank you. Okay, so these are gluten-free dates, but I have seen them in arrowroot as well, so not wheat. Okay, thank you. All right, so there we go. So we have the oats down in there. I get so confused. People have so many things that they're like, oh, I can't eat that and I can't do that and blah, blah, blah. So yes, better safe than sorry. So the other thing that I have in here, this is, how much is this? This is, I don't know how much this is. This is 1 pound minus a few because I used some the other day. Almonds. Now these are not soaked, these are not sprouted, these are not anything, but these are just natural almonds. And I put the whole bag in there. So almonds are great. They have a lot of healthy fats in there. Almonds are really, really good for your brain. They're good for your skin. They're good for all kinds of things. They have tons of fiber, so they're super good for that. So right now you have a bowl full of fiber, which is awesome. I didn't get my scissors out. They're not salted. They are raw, completely raw. Nuts, I do not freak out about being organic. I do like my cashews to be organic, but I'm not crazy about that. I mean, I don't seek them out. So whatever's available, especially in almonds, I'll buy them. So this is a whole organic cashew. These are just whole cashews. This is going to be the expensive part of your trail mix. Cashews are an amazing nut. They have tons of fiber. They have all kinds of nutrients for you. The dietary fiber in these is really nice and high. The one thing that, because their shells are perforated and you could get some pesticides in there, this is also 1 pound. So 1 pound of cashews in there. You can buy those in the bulk. At Natural Grocers, they sell them in the perfect little 1 pound package for me. So, yeah. So then I have some coconut. This is just natural big flake coconuts. So I'm going to add about 1/2 cup in there of that. I like coconut. Do you guys realize how, sorry, that's Edison. Sorry. You can see people. I know, sorry, Leslie. It's because of my camera angles. I apologize. And so we're just working with the hands today. The next thing that I'm going to put in there is some pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are amazing. Since Leslie's here, this is great to say this now. These are great for your libido. Pumpkin seeds have a natural nutrient in them actually that help stimulate circulation in the body. They have vitamin C in them. And they're great for your libido. So if you want a little extra oomph in your libido, add some pumpkin seeds to your trail mix. They're especially good for men. So you don't know how to eat pumpkin seeds. They just come just like this. You just buy them in bulk, just like this. And they're just little unsalted, nothing like that. They totally can be eaten raw. Absolutely. These are not roasted or anything. These are raw pepitas or raw pumpkin seeds. Yep. So that was about half a cup of pumpkin seeds. And then my final bit that I put in here is chocolate. I know you can skip the chocolate if you want to skip the chocolate, but this is dark chocolate cacao. These are just little squares. This is how I buy them. These are just little chocolate squares. I leave them whole like this. This helps satisfy my sweet tooth. Pepitas are just really, let me eat one here. They kind of taste like a sunflower seed. So yeah, a little bit like a sunflower seed. I know, right? Skip chocolate? What? Who's talking about skipping chocolate? I know, crazy woman, never skipping chocolate. So these are dark chocolate. These are not dairy-free. You can find dairy-free chocolate like this. The chocolate that you make, the paleo dairy-free chocolate that you make is not a good idea in this. The reason is because it really gets beat up with all of these nuts and it'll break into just tiny, tiny little slivers that you can't even taste. So, so yeah. They're really great to stir in stir fries too, Sherry. Pepitas are, they're amazing. Yes. So this is just a dark chocolate. So I know it does make a lot of trail mix. So I just put, that is about a cup of dark chocolate in there. And then I get a big wooden spoon or a splat. Let's get Splat. Splat has to make an appearance. Hello. He wants to stir up the trail mix. Then I just stir it up. Actually, I want to do one more thing here. These are containers. I'll let you guess who's whose. Look at mine with the little bear. I just said who's mine. Look at my little bear. Isn't he cute? He's my little Colorado Indian bear. So Robin and I have two containers, one in his office, one in my office. We both work at home. And they both have trail mix in them. And then they're just sitting on our desk. And they just sit on our desk. And when we're ready to eat trail mix, then we just have a little, we have a couple of pinches out of there. You can do like 2, 3, 4 pinches out of this. And you have amazing, it is so good. Now I have some left over in here that is missing a lot of the ingredients. It's mostly almonds and pepitas. And I'm just going to pour my ingredients right back in there. Robin has some ingredients too. Hold on. And his is mostly coconut and pepitas. So I'm just going to pour that right back in there so we don't waste anything. And then you just give it a stir. So easy. Ah, good. Oh, I love that. I love it. Good for you. Yeah, the affiliate links are really, they're not there for me. It's funny because everybody's like, oh, you have affiliate links, good for you. And I'm like, yeah, I make 4% of whatever I sell and they take a fee from that to send me a check or whatever. And so it's not for me, it's really for you guys. So that, and we're talking about the affiliate links on my website, so that you have the opportunity to buy some of the things that I use in my kitchen. So I try to put them out there for you. So just so you know. Yes, I made 88 cents. So whoever bought the spaghetti, thank you. I made 88 cents. So funny. Yes, afternoon in your case, right? So, but congratulations on your spaghetti. You're going to love it. So, so this is what the trail mix looks like. It is so yummy. I like to have I'm pretty picky and I'll pick out pieces like the almond chocolate cashew. Oh, so good. Yeah. So there you go. I know. Totally yum. And these things just sit right on our desk. And we're ready for snacking. We're not tempted by, we don't have any bad treats in the house really, but we're not tempted to, get anything that's bad for us or anything like this. It keeps us full between meals, and we're doing something good for our body, which is really the real part of this, is doing something yummy and good for your body. Yeah, you would want to portion it out though, because you're getting a lot of calories. You're getting a huge calorie intake with the nuts. And so we both have our little bowls. He has his little bowl. I have my little bowl, and they're ready for my desk. Now then, I just made this entire thing. We have 2 big bowls here. We still have tons left in the bowl, as you can see. Remember, this was $8. This little bitty bit was $8. Let's count it up. How much did I spend? I have to guess because I can't remember completely. My coconut I use over and over and over again. It was like $4. So let's move this up so you guys can actually see me. Coconut, that big bag of coconut's like $4. So I used about $1 out of there. So maybe like 1/4 of that out of there. The dates, I can do this twice. So this package was $2.35. So there's another $1. So there's $2. The cashews are expensive. The package of cashews is going to be around the $8, $9 range, right? So let's just round it up and say 9. So we have 11, and the almonds are going to be probably in the $7 to $8 range. So we have about $18, $19 plus the pepitas. I would say, let's just say $20. We have probably $20 here, but this would be $8. This would be $8, and I can fill our containers up another time, a whole nother time. So, so as you can see, it is a major, major money saving as well. And you're controlling the ingredients. You put in here what you like. So you're not picking through the trail mix. I like this and I don't like that. And I like this and I don't like this. The same principle applies. I know, way cheaper, way cheaper. Yeah, this whole batch cost me maybe $20 to make this whole big batch. So these are like $5 or less a container. So yes. Yeah, you'd have to put a scoop in, right? That's fine. If you need to do that, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, this bowl is way bigger than that bag. I'm just trying to be conservative. So yeah. This actually, I have on my website, you can see a link, or go in and type in Rockstar Trail Mix, or just go in and type in Trail Mix. You will see a link to and a video of Mark and I making the trail mix, and it's so funny. It's probably one of my favorite videos on my entire website because we were goofing off so much. So this has almonds, cashews, raw cashews, dark chocolate, pepitas, coconut, and dates. Yeah. So yes. What type of bowls are these? Yes, they do seal. Like you can see, like I can't pull it off there. You have to you have to open up the little lid on top, and then that unsucks it. I wish there were people that had a little lid on top that you could open and make them unsuck. Sorry. Yes, and I got these at TJ Maxx. So, or no, Home Goods probably. These are not on my site. I should look and see if they sell them on Amazon. There's the maker right there. Yeah. Right? Design my own storage containers. That's awesome. I would love to do that. Yeah. So there you go. Sorry. That was kind of rude. I didn't mean to be rude there. All right. So let's continue the quest, right? Good. Awesome. It's good for you. You have a snack there that is not only cheaper than buying pre-made trail mixes, but it is also better for you. If you're salty, if you like salty snacks, you can do these in salted nuts. Absolutely. And maybe add, instead of the pepitas, maybe add like some, I'm sorry, the chocolate and the coconut and all that. Maybe add some, other salted goodies that you find. Go to the bulk section of a natural grocery store and you're going to find all kinds of amazing things. So, right? I know. It's perfect for that. Bacon, don't put bacon in your trail mix. Craisins are great. Let's go there. Let's talk about if you like sweet snacks, and then we'll talk about if you like salty snacks and go just a little bit deeper. So maybe you don't have trail mix in your house right now, or you don't have time to go off and get it or whatever. So you can't keep trail mix in the house. Why not? Because you eat it, Allie? Come on, Allie. love it. I understand. I love trail mix too. So here's another one of my go-to snacks that I have. You can see that I have it in one of my favorite containers. And this is, I'll show you, I'll open this and show you right now. This is dried cranberries. Look at that. These are beautifully dried cranberries. Yes, there is sugar in these. Let's just be crystal clear. These are dried cranberries. So one of my favorite snacks in all of the world, and I do this a lot in the summertime, is to grab a handful, just about this many, you know, maybe a tablespoon, a little bit more. Craisins, yes, you can absolutely make your own. Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. So yes, so, oh, I just dropped my cranberries. Dried cranberries. Hold on, I have to pick those up. Dried cranberries, right? And these are organic, actually. And I don't have any chocolate made in the house right now, so I have this. And a couple of these little squares of dark chocolate. If you have never had cranberries, and I keep throwing them everywhere. Food fight, snack attack for real. If you've never had dried cranberries and chocolate, I highly recommend that you try it. It is so filling and so satisfying. I do not feed a sweet tooth like that. I mean, I wouldn't say that I have like a sweet tooth, but I do enjoy sweet things. And so more than salty things really. And so this is an amazing snack. So yes, right? Food fight. Chocolate and cranberries. I would love to be in that food fight. That'd be like the best food fight ever. So dried cranberries and chocolate, amazing little snack. You can do that with all kinds of dried anything that you like. I'm gonna eat that cranberry that snuck out of there. Yes, right? Dried figs, any type of dried fruit is like that. Absolutely is so, so good. Woo, those are tart. All right, if you like sweet stuff, one of my favorite things to do is to get a nice, oh, I'm going to have to say bye to Facebook, you guys. You guys hang with me here on Periscope. I'm going to say bye to Facebook. If you guys want to come over on Facebook to Periscope, you can finish watching this broadcast at GoTo Kitchens on Periscope. Thank you so much for being here. GoToKitchens.com. Don't leave Periscope. GoToKitchens.com is the website. It'll be right below in this broadcast, and I hope to see you there and consider becoming a VIP. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Okay, sorry. Whew. Okay, I'm back. So one of my favorite snacks is to use a nice clean cracker. Jill's has one of the, I know, whew, has one of the cleanest crackers on the planet. This is the container for it, Jill's crackers. I love Jill. I know Jill. Jill is amazing. I don't know her, but we talk on a business level a lot because we're both entrepreneurs, and she's amazing. And she has this amazing product. She has her story right there on the side of the container. But listen to the ingredients: almond flour, organic sesame seeds, organic tapioca flour, purified water, chia seeds, flax seeds, organic apple cider vinegar, seasoning, sea salt, and coarse ground peppercorns. That is the ingredient list for these crackers. Now, holy moly, that is an amazingly clean cracker. So these are the cracker of choice in my house. When I want to, I'll actually put a link up on my website. When I know, they're amazing. You can screenshot them. You can find them on her website. You can buy them sometimes you can get them at local grocery stores, right? So if you want to screenshot that, there's 3 flavors. I know, right, Victoria? That would be so awesome. So her husband is needed to be on a paleo diet. Yeah, these are so good. I know she should absolutely advertise them as vegan as well as paleo. So they are so good. They are in my stores locally, at my Whole Foods and at my natural grocers. And she's as cute as her character, by the way. Sometimes she's on here. Sometimes she pops in on my broadcast, but not today, obviously. But she is amazing. And I love to do a nut butter, just like a tablespoon of nut butter on one of the crackers. And I only need like 1 or 2 of these. I do not need a lot of these. But I like to do that. So the nut butter has that little bit of a sweet, salty, right? Because sometimes I want sweet and salty. So I do a little bit of a nut butter. This is This is almond butter, and you can see I have it flavored with the maple because I like the sweet, but you can just get plain old almond butter. These are in little packages. I like to keep these, especially if I'm going to be on the road a lot or if I'm out teaching classes or something like that. I will take some crackers and these with me, and this will fortify me through the day in between snacking and keep me out of the French fry line at a fast food place. So, not that I would do that, but anyway, so I like to buy these little Justins. These are amazing. They're super clean as well. They do not have a lot of ingredients in them. And you just knead them up and you just squeeze them out on your cracker and you're good to go. These are great for kids when you're on the go with kids. These are great snacks for kids. But when I'm at home, I actually take a berry of some kind, a blueberry or raspberry or something, and I smash it down in the middle. I don't smash it, but I stick it down in the middle of my nut butter with the cracker, with the berry, with everything, and I get this amazing salty sweet snack that is so good. So yes, this is called Justin. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, Justin's almond butter. They have just plain almond butter. They have cashew butter. They have it with maple. They have it with honey. They have it with all kinds of stuff. So yes, and they are really, really great little snacks. So a cracker, some butter, some type of nut butter, and a berry on top of that. Your kids are gonna love it. You can make little smiley faces. So like put the berries, like put a couple of dollops of nut butter with the berries, make the eyes, and then make a nut butter smiley face on the cracker. They're gonna think that it's something awesome, and it is something awesome. So here's some more butter. This is just cashew butter as well. Yep, totally. Right? I know. Awesome to send with the men at work. Absolutely. And this little package, although it doesn't look very big, it lasts a long time. So yes, almond butter clears TSA. I've never had any trouble with it, but yeah, you probably can. Yeah, get it to clear TSA. Natural grocers, yes, absolutely. Whole Foods, also, Lisa. Yeah. Where's the cheese? I understand. I actually understand. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think that they're going to say anything about it. So yeah. Yeah, you can just, they're thin. You can just stick them down in your little plastic bag. So yeah, it's creamy. I've taken them, I'll take them with me to Mexico. I'll have both. This is what these are for, actually, with some crackers on my overnight flight. I will take these, and I've taken them many, many times. I've never had any trouble. So yes, so there you go. Yeah, those are awesome. One of my favorite snacks. All right, what if you're a salty person? What if you're a salty person? Are you salty? Don't be salty. One of my favorite restaurants in Florida is actually in a small town called Longboat Key in a little area called St. Armand's. And there's a restaurant there called the Old Salty Dog. So what's the best healthy snack? Flight for a toddler. Well, I like the nut butter. I think nut butter is great for that. Nuts also, if you can get them to chew up nuts, that is a great way to go. I don't, it just depends on what they really, really like. But popcorn is also great, especially when it's organic. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is those salty snacks. And that is, there are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of places now making clean, prepackaged popcorn. You like sour too? Yeah, so then you need to get your fermented foods on. Just go get a big thing of sauerkraut. I know. So this is called Bootable Foods. This is the cleanest one that I can actually find on the planet. And all that is in here, literally all that is in here, is organic coconut oil, organic popcorn, and pink Himalayan salt. Yes, it is really, really good. And it is, this is a great snack. So if you have a problem of wanting to eat the whole bag, don't take the whole bag with you. Portion it out. When you get it home, portion it out, put it in something else, put it in little containers, whatever you want to put it in, and just have that bag available to you. But this is an amazing, amazing choice for, if you want to screenshot that, this is an amazing choice for clean popcorn. But there are a lot of places out there. Yeah, you can absolutely pop your own popcorn. Lisa, make sure that you're getting organic kernels though, please. They're great from the farmer's market. Yeah, there is. There's tons of yeah, or make your own. If you don't want to make your own, this is a great alternative. If you're making your own, Robin and I make our own once a week. So we have movie night, and we make our own once a week, and it works out great. And he actually uses the coconut oil. We don't use the pink Himalayan salt. We use sea salt, but it is so good. It is so good. So if you're not making your own, this is, yeah, absolutely, popping with coconut oil is amazing. Sorry, Sonia. So this is a great snack. So if you're traveling with kids, this is an awesome snack. It's bite size, it's small, it packs easily, and it is a natural snack. A lot of people are like, oh, don't eat corn, you can't digest corn. You shouldn't eat corn if it is not organic. If it is certified USDA organic, then corn is fine. It just needs to be chewed properly. So make a plan with yourself, make a plan with your kids that if you're going to eat popcorn today, remember we have to chew, so make sure they're chewing it like 10, 15 times before they swallow it. That is the key to digestion when you're talking about corn products. So corn is absolutely fine in moderation, especially. And it is, now if you're battling a digestion issue, if you have a current like IBS or Crohn's or something like that, it's probably not something that you want to eat a lot of, but it is certainly a great natural snack. So yes, do not eat movie theater popcorn ever. Don't do it. Although I've done it recently. Every once in a while. Sometimes I don't get the butter though. I couldn't eat the butter even when I wasn't healthy. I couldn't eat the butter. It grossed me out so bad. So that's a great, that is a great salty snack idea that typically the whole family likes. Although my crazy brother-in-law hates popcorn, which just freaks me out. I'm like, how could you hate popcorn? I take it personally. You can't hate popcorn. Yeah, so yes, you should probably chew it better. Just be conscious of that. Yes, yeah, okay, let's move it on. Let's bring back out the crackers. One of my other favorites, if I need a salty snack, the other thing that I like to do is the good old stand. You notice that I haven't pulled any, I've pulled some fruit out, but I haven't said, get your carrot sticks out. That's a good snack. Those are amazing snacks. And I will tell you that I try to marry, I try to have like carrot sticks and celery sticks and cucumbers already sliced up in our fridge. And we eat those. I just like them with salt. So does Robin. We'll just have a little salt on them and we'll just eat them plain. We don't need to dip them in anything. So I might have a few carrot sticks or celery sticks or whatever and have some more, back to Jill's crackers, and some hummus. Hummus is, I haven't made my own in a long time because I wasn't eating it fast enough to make my own. But hummus is a great way. This is my favorite brand. In fact, it's one of the reasons I don't make my own is because this is so stinking good and I can't make it this good. So yeah, hummus is amazing. It's super easy to make. I've made my own for many, many years until I stumbled onto this brand, and then I can't make it taste like this. And this is really super clean as well. But yes, so hummus is a great snack. So a little cracker, some veggies dipped in hummus. You don't need a lot, a tablespoon, a couple tablespoons, and some snacks like this. Remember, it's a snack. It's not a meal. So you don't need a whole bunch. You don't need to pile it on. Just having a few will satisfy that craving for something crunchy, something sweet, something salty, whatever it is that you're craving. Yes. Yeah, I actually like my hummus. I just can't find any of that roasted pepper flavor like they do in there. So this is, no, this hummus is actually roasted red pepper. And I think that's one of the reasons. So I know, me too. Red pepper hummus is my favorite. I just can't make it like that. So yeah. Oh, hold the hummus up. I have to be careful because it's open and it'll slide out. So I'll try to, yeah. This is Blue Moose. This is Boulder. This is local. You may not be able to find this. So yeah, this is a local brand that you may not be able to find. So just being full aware of that. Everybody keeps asking you about cheese. What about cheese? What about cheese? What about, I love cheese. What about cheese? So here's the thing. If you are not avoiding dairy, if you're not a vegan, if you're not avoiding dairy, and there a little bit of moderation in cheese is absolutely, yes, natural grocers. Yeah. Or King Super, actually. I know a little bit of cheese is going to be fine. Here's the criteria. Raw cheese. If you can find some raw cheese. Lisa, did you like this brand, by the way? I know that you bought some. I know, right? Yes, raw cheese is amazing. If you can find it local, good for you. If you can find goats, there's getting to be a big presence of goat cheese, which I really like the best. You haven't tried it yet. Okay. So this is a raw sharp cheddar. This is, yeah, raw cheese is so good. There's actually some nutrients in there that are good for you as well. And cheese should never be a color. Unless it's been infused with like, I don't know, like blue cheese or something like that. So raw cheese is best because it's not pasteurized, so you don't strip all of the nutrients out of it. So raw cheddar, it's less processing, it's less everything. So this is milk from pastured cows. This is a superior product. Organic Valley has gotten really good. They've gotten really popular, so they've been able to expand. You're being able to find this in local grocery stores now that are not health food stores. So this is an amazing. Now look at, I know. Yeah, Laughing Cow is good. If you can find, did they make it raw though? I don't buy that brand, but, so it should never, never be yellow. Cheese is not yellow. Cheese is white. So yes, absolutely. Yeah. Pasteurized cheese is just not good for the body. It's hard to digest. It's all kinds of things, all kinds of bads for you. So look at, this is just like, if you're going to eat cheese for a snack, I recommend cutting off like one slice of this and breaking it up into small pieces and marrying it like with a cracker or some veggies or something like that. One of my favorite snacks in all of the world is one slice of this and an apple. It is very, because I'm sweet, I like sweet, but it gives you a little bit of protein. No, I would never eat Cracker Barrel cheese. Never, ever, and never. But yes, and so, but I love this with an apple. It's one of my favorite things, my favorite snacks. So yes. Yes, they do have, it's not perfectly perfect, but it is readily available. So apples with nut butter, absolutely. Yeah, but one slice is very satisfying, especially when you're pairing it with the fiber like an apple. Cheese and artichoke tuna. Yeah, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Lisa's going to sign up to make her own cheese. That's awesome. So there you go. So cheese is not, I had it out, so it's not off the, it's not off the menu there. This is just some pistachio nuts. I need to go a little bit faster here. These are some pistachio nuts that are already been shelled. These are salted pistachio nuts. These are awesome. I love all kinds of salted nuts, except I wouldn't eat a lot of peanuts, but I mean, I would eat some peanuts, but I would not eat a lot of peanuts. That would not be my go-to snack, that's for sure. So, but salted nuts are great. A handful of those with some, dried fruit or something is amazing. The other thing is, and this is the last tip I'm going to throw out for you guys, that is, there is such a thing as organic corn tortillas. This is such an easy tip. You're going to freak out when I tell you. So if you like chips and salsa, right? And I love chips and salsa. I actually like Jill's crackers and salsa, but I love chips and salsa. It's one of my favorite things in all the planet. So if you take this and pie it, so cut it in pie shapes, right? And I know, smells so good. And I have these for this purpose, actually. You cut this and you pie shape it, and you put a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil in a skillet and let it sit there. This will actually get hard like a chip. Now these are organic. These are organic. There's not a lot of ingredients. These are actually pretty clean. They're not perfect, but they're pretty clean, and certainly better than what you're going to get in a bagged chip, because those are deep fried in oils that you probably want to stay away from. So you control the ingredients here by buying your own corn tortillas and making your own. Yes, you can absolutely bake them as well. A little bit of olive oil, just a very, very light coating. Stick them in the oven on a cookie sheet and let them bake at like 325 for probably, I haven't done it in a long time. I think probably like 5-10 minutes. And you will get chips that you can actually dip in your own salsa. So chips and salsa is not, If you make a big batch of them, you can just put them in any kind of container. They're gonna get a little soggy though. You might have to re-stick them in the skillet. I do them as needed. So I've never tried it with brown rice tortillas. So yes, right? That's what I do. That's a great point you have there. Absolutely, portion control. So I make them as I go. If I just cut up one of these, then I know I'm only going to eat one, and that's going to be my chips and salsa. And I get that. You know, I have that emotion that I've had it, but I haven't overdone it. So yes. Yeah, Janie, you do. You need to work on your moderation. It's Janie's task, everybody, to work on moderation. So yes, so working on moderation. So if you only make one of these, right? If you've only made one of these, then you can only eat one of them at a time. But if you make the whole big bag, then you're probably going to eat the whole big bag. So yes. So yes, so corn tortillas, make sure that they're organic. That is super important, making sure that they're organic, because you want to eat organic corn products. And it just, I mean, yeah, and they're gluten free. You don't have to worry about the flour tortillas. These actually make great enchiladas. They do all kinds of stuff. So I don't have them routinely, but it is something that I do buy every once in a while. So yes, with your own, this is not my own salsa, which is crazy. You could totally make tacos, absolutely. This is not my own salsa. I usually make my own, but this is pretty darn good. This fell into my lap, and so somebody wanted me to try it, and so I'm trying it, and it's really, really good. So yes, but that is a way to beat your chips and salsa habit. If you want to make nachos, like take your little bit of cheese that you're going to eat, right? Grate a little bit off. Just take one corn tortilla flat. This is great for kiddos as well. Take your corn tortilla flat, put the cheese on it, stick it in the oven, let that bubble up and melt on there, and then add the salsa on top of that with some lettuce and tomato, and bingo bongo, you got yourself a tostada just like that, and it's all plant-based, so except for the cheese. So this is El Monte. No, I don't know. Not El Monte. It's not even organic, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. This is what I've been trying. I usually make my own. Yeah, put your guacamole on there. Do your vegan cheese. Do your mozzarella, which is just cheese. I called it mozzarella because I put it on pizza, but you could do it in all kinds of things like that. So do I only eat plant-based? I do not. I am primarily plant-based. I am 90% plant-based, 10% everything else. Good to you. Good for you. 90%, and then see there. Thank you, Sonia. And so 90% plant-based, and then 10% everything else, and 90% of my plant-based is raw. So 50% of that 90% is raw. So that's just my own personal diet. That's how I eat. I certainly don't say that's how you should eat. You should eat what your body wants you to eat. And so yes, some of you want to eat vegan. Some of you want to eat paleo. It's completely up to you. Just make sure whatever you're doing, that your body is agreeing with you. The mozzarella is so good. It is totally good. It's amazing. It was so good on the pizza. I about flipped out. I was like, what? Okay, I have to tell you, I just felt like a little bit of a genius at that point. So, because nobody, I mean, that's something, I mean, I know other people, now that I've Googled it, other people have done it, but I've never seen it before. And so I was like, that is just so smart. I was just so smart just then. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, I am out of here. I will be back a little bit later with an inspirational scope. I have something really great to share with you guys today about setting your intentions, and that will be a little bit later this afternoon. So you'll see hashtag inspiration, and I'll be back with that. Tomorrow is rating the, I love it. I love it. Mozzarella. That's right. It's on the website, Sherry, under the pizza post. I don't know. How does that happen, Mark? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't know what that means. The cheese? I don't know what you mean. Okay, so yes, it's there. There's a little video and everything for the mozzarella. It's just an avocado with some nutritional yeast in it and salt and pepper. It's basically what it is. So, but it does mimic cheese very, very well. So. Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. There you go. Yeah, somebody just passed it on to me and asked me to try it, and so so I said I would, and I mean I enjoy the flavor of it. So yeah, Interesting. Yes, yeah. All right, you guys, so I'll be back a little bit later today. Enjoy your snacking today. I hope you found some good tips here that will help keep you on a good path. So for drinks, what kind of drinks? What kind of drinks? Like cocktails? No. I don't do anything with alcohol, except for tomorrow I'm doing something with alcohol. Oh, tomorrow, oh, you mean just for healthy drinks? There's some smoothies and stuff on the website. So tomorrow we are actually doing a kitchen hack in the spice cabinet. So yeah, I'll see you around. Yeah, so tomorrow we're doing kitchen hacks in the spice cabinet tomorrow, and I'm excited because I have some tips for you guys that I think is going to give you some light bulb moments. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to teach you how to make a curry powder. I'm going to teach you how to make your own vanilla extract, and we're going to talk about dehydrating spices as well. So that's all coming up tomorrow at noon Mountain Time, Lunch with Leslie. And yes, and if you're not a member of our VIP section, please, please, please consider going over to GoToKitchens.com and becoming a VIP. We have a private Facebook page that is just for Go To Kitchens VIP. So if you enjoy these broadcasts and you want to talk more with all of these lovely people here and myself, that is a great place to connect. So please consider going over and becoming a VIP. It's super, super easy. Go To Kitchens VIP access. Click on that. You'll get some confirmations. You're going to get a free ebook, How to Fall in Love with Your Kitchen and Yourself, and access to that page. So please consider doing that. So yes. And what to do with the fresh turmeric? Yeah, so you can put turmeric just about at anything. We're going to talk about curry powder tomorrow, so which is dried turmeric. So yes, I do. I do, and I had to do it yesterday, and I'll tell you the whole story behind that yesterday. So so funny. Tomorrow there is a fantastic story coming up about this bottle of vodka right here. So if you guys don't know, I'm pretty much a teetotaler. I do not drink a lot. I will have like a couple of beers when we go dancing, but that's about it. So I'm a total teetotaler. And yesterday I had to go in and buy this. I mean, I never go into a liquor store like ever. And I was like, can somebody help me? It was so funny. So I'll tell that story tomorrow because it was quite funny. And then when I told them what I was doing with it, it was even better. So yes, that's that. And I'll tell you about my story tomorrow. I told my mom yesterday, I said, Mom, I had to go in the liquor store and buy vodka. And she's like, woohoo, what for? So funny, so funny. Yeah, I'm just not much. Certainly not an advocate for drinking every single day. I'm totally against that. I am totally against putting alcohol in your body every single day. So yeah, but that's just me. I have a personal, not personal reasons. I have a physical reason of why you shouldn't do that. So I'm not very popular when I say that though, but yeah, not even red wine, nothing. Yeah. Not a big fan of doing that to your body. So yeah, Lisa, you see me there, and that's the only time. Very, very rare. Agree. Yeah, you agree with me? Good for you. I love it. Janie, I know. Just too bad for them. Well, I mean, it's funny because I am really super passionate about it. So I think it's very dangerous for the body. So if you ever get diagnosed with cancer, the first thing they ask you is how much alcohol do you drink? Because they are going to link that to the amount of alcohol that you drink. They're going to link that to your cancer diagnosis. It's crazy town. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy town. And so and it's one of the main reasons. Every single doctor, from the doctor that did my radiology that found the tumor, to the doctor that did my radiation oncologist, to my surgeon, to everybody that's been in all of my post-care, my naturopath, everybody asked me. That was the first question they asked me. That's one of the first questions on the questionnaire. How much alcohol do you drink? Yes, it's crazy. Not even wine. Yep, they count. That's alcohol. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I didn't. Alcohol has nothing to do with that for me. So yeah, I've never been a drinker. It's never been, I don't like being out of control. I am crazy town enough without alcohol. You add a little alcohol and it gets really, really crazy town. So yeah, and I'm a happy, like, I'm pretty outgoing, and then you put a little alcohol in me and then I get really outgoing and it's kind of annoying. So I know Mary's like, oh, I get that. So yeah, yeah. So not a big drinker. Yeah, I've known some people like that. I actually had a grandfather. He was not my blood grandfather, but and he would find anything he'd get his hands on that had alcohol in it, he would drink. So yeah, sad. Vanilla extract. Yes, wine is no good in the body. It really isn't. Everybody's like, oh, red wine's good for you. Actually, blueberries are good for you, and they have the same properties. So just eat blueberries and skip the red wine. Stop using excuses for things that are good for you, because they're not. The alcohol and red wine is so bad for your body. So yeah, especially on a regular basis. Occasionally, absolutely fine. You know, in moderation, absolutely fine. Every day, no good. Every day, no good. Yeah. Turn it into a kombucha habit instead. Yay, blueberries, right? Oh, I know. I love mulberries too. They're so hard to find. I have a hard time. Like even blackberries. When I find blackberries, I'm like, oh, there's blackberries. I get so excited. I'm such a nerd. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just don't. I'm just never been you know, the only reason there's alcohol in this house is because I'm making vanilla extract with it. So, hey, Sandy, it's good to see you. All right, you guys, I got to scat. I got to go eat lunch, and I will see you back here. I know, right? Yeah, it's totally. Yeah, I know, Mary. I'm from Texas, actually. So my parents used to have raspberries, blackberries, and some other berry, maybe mulberries, that grew along a fence when I was a kid. And I used to come in and my teeth would be all stained from eating. I like the blackberries, and I would eat all the blackberries. And my mom was like, have you been eating blackberries again? I'm like, mm-hmm. I love them. So, oh, that's so funny. I missed something Sherry said there. Yeah. I'm not very hungry. I ate all the berries. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love blackberries. In fact, I need to think about planting some in the backyard so I can have some this summer. So, all right, guys, love you so much. Alcohol and cooking. The alcohol cooks out. Yeah, Janie's right. The alcohol cooks out, although I don't even cook with alcohol. So there are so many other things you can deglaze your pan with and make things taste wonderful. I don't need alcohol to do that. So, yes. All right, you guys, love you so much. I will see you back here a little bit later. I don't know what time it will be, quite frankly, but it will be sometime today. And we're going to have an inspirational post, hashtag inspiration for inspirational post, hashtag light bulb for health and wellness post. Tomorrow is spicy Thursday, and Friday we are making a chickpea curry. Oh, let me show you. God, I'm getting totally sidetracked today. Look at my chickpeas. Look how well they sprouted. Love you too, Janie. And curry, right? I know. Oh, they're so cool. I love my sprouted chickpeas. I'm so excited to cook them. So excited. I know. They're cool, right? Little sprouted chickpeas. It's so easy to do. I need to show you guys how to sprout beans like this. It's so easy. This sprouted in 24 hours. Yeah. And you don't need any fancy sprouting jars and all that kind of crazy town stuff. You just need a bowl and some saran wrap and some water. So yeah, they smell good too. Yeah, totally. You can sprout them. They make them much easier. You get all those beautiful little enzymes in the little sprouts. Yeah, absolutely. They digest better. Yeah. So no, you're just going to leave the little sprouts in there. Actually, Janie, that part of the plant that's growing, because that's just a bean. That's like if you plant it in the ground, you get a bean, right, growing out of it. So that plant that's growing like that, that's actively growing, is actually really good. Yes, you eat the tail. Absolutely. You can't see them. I promise you. I'll show you some. Hold on. Dang. Hold on. I'm always in my refrigerator, always showing you stuff. So this is my quinoa bowl that I'm going to show you. But probably the week that we do sprouts, I will show you on Friday how to make this new quinoa bowl. This is a Mexican plant-based quinoa bowl. And these are black beans that are sprouted in here. And you can see that once you cook them, you can't see the sprouts. So don't get freaked out by the little tails. So yes, so I'll probably teach you how to do sprouts that week. We'll talk about, I know, it's so good. It's my lunch today. So yes, yeah, with a little bit of the salsa and a little bit of cheese and one of those corn tortillas, and Mama's happy, happy, happy. I know, so good. No, it's mine. You can't have it. I know. I know. Yeah. So many good things in that fridge right now. We are eating through our fridge because we're getting ready to go out of town for a few days. So we're eating through our fridge, and it's hilarious because I'm like, we got to eat this. And Robin's like, it doesn't even go with our meal. I'm like, I don't care. We got to eat it. So. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'll see you a little bit later. It's 1 o'clock, a whole hour. Dang, I need to set my timer every single time. No way. I would miss you guys too much. All right. See you later. Bye.